Welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Today we are going to discuss assignment number 1 and the topic it is diversity in the living organisms. So let us discuss one by one question here. The first question, how do you say that diversity is a symbol of the nature? Here as we can say that there are a number of organisms which we can see in our surroundings, plants and animals, and very little as we can know about this these all the animals and the plants when comparing with the top from mountain peaks to the top as to the desert level, as from the plateaus to the top of all the oceans, when extreme cold conditions to the top extreme hot conditions, we can see that in many organisms with the top of diversity. So that we can say here the diversity is a symbol of nature. Okay, so let us write the answer here. So answer is here, diversity is the symbol of the nature. Diversity is a symbol of nature. How can we say that? We can see that many organisms such as plants and animals, and if you see that very little information we know about this from all environmental conditions. And different places. So what is that? All the environmental conditions are nothing but here from extreme cold conditions to the top extreme hot conditions, and the different places as from the top mount peaks to the top desert regions. There are many organisms are there which shows that a diversity. So let us go for the top next question. The next question is here, what are the characteristics of leaves that can be used for the identifying the plants? So the leaves, which are the characteristic features, what are the parts of the leaf, if you know, then as we can identify easily that are characteristic features. So here leaf margin we can consider, and we can say that as the leaf size and the leaf shape, and we can say that venation, leaf width, okay, length of the leaf, all these characteristic features that can be used for the identifying of different plants. Okay, so as we can take that, especially the characteristics of the leaf, the leaf margin, size, shape, width, and the venation and length of the leaf, these we can consider. Then let us go for the top next question. The next question is here, what are the external characters, monocots or dicots? Here what is that? Monocot is if the cotyledons are only one single cotyledon, then we can call it as a monocots. If that two are there, two cotyledons means that what is the meaning of this cotyledon is the part of the seed. Okay, so if that two cotyledons are there, as we can call it as dicots. So let us read that once again. The question it is, what are the external characters, monocots and dicots, that can be used for the identifying that a plants? So here as the type of venation, we can see that by the type of venation, where we can find that by the here monocots and dicots, type of root system, as we can find that there are a group of group of flowers or a single, we can find out it by these are the characteristics for the identifying that are monocots and the dicots, and number of petals and number of sepals, and sepals, all these characteristic features, as we can identify that the external characters of that a monocots and the dicots for identifying that plants. So let us go over that of next question. The next question is, what are the characteristics of that seeds that can be used for the identifying that? Just now as we have discussed, number of cotyledons, so whether it is a monocot or dicot, as we can see that size of the seed and the shape of the seed and the color of the seed also. So these are the some characteristic features where we can identify that different kinds of the seeds in the plants. So hope you understand. Yes, thank you.